Alright, let's hope this thing actually works now. Howdy, lads. Okay, I think we're finally back.
Ooh.
We are.
Not a question I thought I'd be answering, Legion. I don't know. I don't really focus on that stuff.
What?
Legion's asking where the goblins shit and piss.
Yeah, I read it. That was by... Is what? What do you mean, where? Why is this important to you? Legion, are you going to draw a goblin taking a shit?
Don't tempt him.
Why is this important?
He'll do it just to spite you.
I mean, Legion, this whole place is gross and grimy. Look at it.
Make one air. The poop room. Is that what you're asking for, Legion? The poop room? Guys, the goblin screams. The Wayfinders found the poop sock.
We're gonna put some barricades up to give some cover for the party to use. Little things to like hide behind and shoot out from behind. To make it Legion, it already has that lived in feel. I don't need to put shit icons down. It's already gross.
Alright, but imagine if goblins pooped like guinea pigs, where it was like little pellets. And you walk into a room and it's filled with these large pellets, and you're like, what is this? And the one guy who knows, like, has that moment of realization. You can see their face, like, wrinkle with concern.
You know, this facility probably has like a toilet. I want to say that even
does
Chaos
now.
knows how to use toilets.
Yeah, the fucking Vigyar, like, what I mean, we're savages, but we're not monsters. Of course we have.
I just want to overthrow the government.
irrigation.
I have a bidet at home.
We're actually quite clean. Fucking
Actually
Victor
part
comes
of
out
our
of the tent
tradition
with
to
his
debate.
braided entire body. We realize the big yard cleaner than the average like farmer.
Did the toilet still flush? Yeah, probably. I mean, the facility still works, so makes sense that the toilet still works.
Heater's clogged.
Oh shit! Hey boss, shit is plugged. There you go, some toilets.
What if the toilets like disintegrated the poop because they're future toilets? And the goblins, misunderstanding what it was for, use it as an execution device where they'd stick people's heads in there instead.
The Omega swirly.
The finals flush.
Oh, that's a
That'd be
horrible way to
so
go.
fucking funny.
Off with his head as they pull the little lever. Yeah, you hear like a fucking like a sizzle noise comes out. Cauterizes the neck.
No, I don't even think like, because there are so many items in the world, I don't think they'd be like, oh yeah, they dip their weapon in their own shit.
Nice.
No, they
Classic.
they have like, they use poison grease just like everybody else.
That's a fancy way for shit. You can't fool me, alright? I know what that grease in Dark Souls 2 did, and where it was from. Alright, what do you think Blight Town was full of? Blight. Where do you think that blight came from, huh?
I think this first half of the dungeon is done.
Get up to their eyeballs, Charlie.
Ooh, without the grid, it looks even better. Holy shit. Look at that.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
God, I actually love this. Holy shit.
Sorry, I just can't stop thinking about the shittatine.
Open his head! What was that?
The click of the flusher handle.
Don't look away. He'll know if you looked away. The time to make a light out vision? Yes. We're gonna make a blackout version. Yuck. I'm just gonna call you Dub if that's okay, brother. I use Incarnate. It's a browser-based map-making program. This is the a blend of the battle map and sci-fi pack. It is subscription-based. However, it's really cheap. It's for the basic subscription, which gives you access to almost everything. It's $25 for a whole year. Or if you want to potentially get access to some of the more early access features and stuff like that, you can do $50 a year. However, Dungeon Draft is a one-time purchase. It is a RAM hog, but you can use it offline. This does require you to be online, and it's, of course, sub-based. So there is that caveat. All right, we're gonna save this, and then I'm gonna make a copy, and then we're gonna make the dark out version.
I wonder if we'll have an opportunity to just annihilate goblin children like Baldur's Gate. Just
Is that what you want?
Just fucking put them in the ground. Helpless, defenseless, little goblin kids
Is that what you want?
who paid for their crime of throwing rocks. Just having the opportunity to just absolutely
And
end
you
their
fucking splatter their head to the ground.
death. No mercy. You were mean to Big Fluffer. Die.
Yeah, I'm pumping a level 5 spine into this.
Dub, I will say that if you don't know, Dungeon Draft does have a asset maker that is omega fucking good. They're called Forgotten Adventurers, and they have a bunch of free asset packs that you can get, as well as a bunch of their, like, if you just sub to their Patreon for like $3 a month, you basically get access to every asset pack that they put out, including their monster tokens and shit like that too. So if you're like, oh god, I gotta find my own assets, Forgotten Adventure literally has everything you need. The only reason I don't use Forgotten Adventure is because I've been using Incarnate for so long that I'm more proficient at this, and it's easier to use this tool than it is for me to learn a new tool.
That sounds like Vigar behavior. I mean, what's the difference between man and monster?
So with the subscription, you'll get access to the battle map assets, and they just dropped a new one. They just dropped the new jungle pack, which is fucking massive. It's this one here. It includes various walls, wall segments, roofs, various little trinkets and knickknacks, things that you can adorn walls with, various rugs, fauna, flora. You get access to the Fantasy Regional, which is an isometric map style. It hasn't seen much love recently, but to my knowledge, they're working on some more stuff for it. You have Fantasy World, which is a sort of a blend. It's either isometric or it's flat, and it's usually used for like parchment style maps. You have Parchment World, which is what I use for a majority of my world building maps. Like, let's see. This is my world map using the parchment style map pack. So you can get it looks really clean, really nice, and you can sort of blend the various brushes together to give it a very nice. You also get obviously this is the closed beta for the sci-fi battle maps. You get watercolor battle maps and then watercolor cities if you want a more or less gritty feel and more cartoonish. I use watercolor cities for all of my town maps. Plus, there are a number of handy tools that they offer you in Incarnate, like being able to auto-generate land and all that stuff. You can even give it percentages to be like, I want 50% land, 50% water, or I want 95% land, 5% water. That is correct, Mathis. I didn't think Dub was doing that. But yes, if you use Forgotten Adventure assets in your map or like anything that you use and release it on Patreon, Forgotten Adventures wants a cut. Yeah, Dub, for $25 for a whole year, you get basically all of the shit. You get various styles. Like, here is a town that we made using the watercolor cities. This is a fishing hamlet. Got like a little dock and pier out there in the water. Got a little town. I don't know the exact number, Vinipec. I just know that if you earn over a certain amount, they're basically going to ask you for a cut. Where's another one? Here's another town that we made using watercolor cities. This is one of my starting towns called Elion's Tier. Yeah, man, if you end up using Incarnate and you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm not the only proficient Incarnate user here in chat. We have a bunch of homies who've been turned on to using Incarnate as well. There are a bunch of people who make really dope maps. Like Skullthrone has learned very quickly how to use Incarnate, has been making some really awesome maps. So if I'm not around, feel free to ask Skullthrone. Can you import asset packs into it? Yes, you can upload your own custom assets. I believe they upped the amount to 500. It used to be 100, but even then, 100 is really nice. Yeah. Yeah, you can upload your own assets and stuff. Is there an off version of the monitor? Oh, that's fine. We'll just leave it like that then. Since there's the new sci-fi assets now, will there be wilderness maps now that we have the decrepit billboards for the sci-fi bits and bobs? Will there be wilderness maps now that have like decrepit bill? Oh, like will I be adding sci-fi stuff into like random encounter maps? Yes. Yes, I will be. I've already started doing that with some of my city maps. Like there's like little weird sci-fi bits and bobs around Elion. There's no off version of these lamps on. All right, so what I'll have to do is I'll have to we're gonna try the saturation down. I think we're gonna yeah. We'll set them to 5. Yeah, 45 looks good. I still think it's funny how the future tech is lying around. There are artificers. They're just not in abundance. There are artificers in Carousel, and Tyros has artificers. They're not Marius. Think of them more like Horizon Zero Dawn style people. I think I'm gonna put little itty bitty lights. Like, if we turned off the lights, would it make sense for this place to have emergency lights? Like various little corners that blip red.
I think it would make sense for them at the very least to have like reflective material on the arrows. So in case of an emergency, this is underground. It would make sense if they provided some way of seeing in what would otherwise be total pitch blackness.
I like that. So if like somebody flashes a light over it, or maybe they glow in the dark.
Yeah, that could work.
Yeah,
Nice.
glow green.
I like that. Oh, you know what? There is another asset I can throw on top of this. Actually, hold on.
Yeah,
There's
you turn off the
another
lights,
like
suddenly
LED path.
You turn off the lights and suddenly the dungeon is now like a fucking laser gun playing field.
New game begins.
Yeah, the the 90s techno music starts playing in the background. There's like vests in the corner that glow blue and red.
Oh, this is even better because I can do this. Or like these little.
It would be pretty funny if we're like, what is this strange derelict? And it turns out to just be like a laser tag pit.
Pew, pew, pew.
It's a child's playground.
It's where the precursors would leave their kids while they worked.
The
This must be
underground
where they
daycare.
train sharpshooters.
Oh my god. Oh, this strange device as we all board the child's little like mall train.
Toot, toot. Yeah, so when the lights turn off, these like projected lights emerge and sort of begin pulsating and like in a row, basically telling you where to go. I think we're gonna put little lights on the barriers.
You know, nobody uses revolving doors in dungeons, and I'm somewhat insulted by the loss of opportunity of booby trapping the rotating door, where you start pushing it and then it just locks in between, and then it starts filling with like gas and or water, and you're like, uh
Yeah, how do you get out of that?
oh, you break the glass,
Ah,
or you hope your rogue is really. It's a trap. You're not supposed to get out. Wait a minute.
why do you want that then?
It'd be funny.
This'll-
It'd be funny, you know, you're just pushing it, you're like, oh, this is just a rotating door, guys, and then it locks.
This'll craves his own death.
Kind of like, well, it'd be like the Dark Souls dungeon you push us through, you know, where like they die and they come back, and then you feel really